tee-riffic!
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Tee-riffic Talks. And you're probably wondering, why am I wearing a mask? Because Barney would probably just say, if you were... no, it doesn't. He would probably be saying, remember everybody, to be safe, wear a mask. Ooh. And speaking of Barney, we actually have someone who actually has a replica of Scooter McNutty, and he's been puppeteering for 13 years. Am I right?
Yeah, 15.
Oh, 15. For 15 years. It's my very good friend, Brandon Smith. How are you, Brandon?
I'm good, Bultum. How are you?
I'm good.
It's so nice to see. This is fun. This is awesome. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I see you have Scooter over there.
Hey, why God keep him in the background?
It's funny how like Scooter's like humor is on the show, right?
I know he was probably, other than Barney. Barney was my main favorite character because it was his show, but humor-wise, it was Scooter and BJ were like the two funniest other characters on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Baby Bop wasn't as humorous.
Yeah, especially like Julie and Patty, like they were good together.
Oh yeah, definitely
So much. And speaking of Barney, how did you find Barney when you were a kid?
Okay, so this is a long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
Okay.
So Barney, excuse me, Barney was passed down in my family. So I have 3 older sisters. My first sister was born in 1983, and that was pre-Barney, when everything was just really Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers and all that.
Right.
And my second sister was born in 1989. So that's, at that point, the videos were out, but they still didn't know who Barney was everywhere. It was mainly just in Texas. So it wasn't until 1992, when the PBS series started, that my older sister was flipping through the channels, and they said, hey, there's this new show on PBS, and I think Stephanie might like it. Come here and look at it. And they were hooked right away. They loved the kids on the show, the music, and of course I had so many other older cousins in the 90s, so Barney was, at that point, everywhere.
Yeah.
And then there was my other sister, born in 94, so Barney was passed down to her, and that was when Barney really blew up. And by 1998, I came around, and they were just like, give it to Brandon. And for me, since I was the last kid, it just stuck with me, so I kept Barney forever at that point.
It's amazing how Barney like taught like so many children.
He was so much more than just a TV show for me. He was really, it felt like I had someone special there for me. I had my family, obviously, but the older you get, your sisters are like, oh, he's not the cute babe anymore. It's just the annoying little brother. I didn't have many friends growing up, so really, I was a PBS kid all the way. So I lived every day watching TV. Between Barney and Sesame and the Muppets and all that, that was it for me. So those were all the shows that really stuck in mind.
Yeah. When I watch Barney, I don't think of him like as a character. Not at all. I think of him as a friend.
Exactly.
And it's amazing, like he lasted like for so long.
Sometimes it goes on for a little too much, though.
And we have like some new updates about like this upcoming Barney movie. How do you feel about that?
You're gonna have to censor this episode.
Oh, okay.
No. So here's what I think. As of 2019, we've seen so many reboots happening. Some good, some bad. I don't think starting off with a movie is a good way to go, especially for Barney, because he's not really known as much anymore. He's on Universal Kids still, I believe, but not everybody's watching that. Not every kid knows that's where he is. Now, most kids who know him now, it's either because of that or maybe they stumble upon him on YouTube. But other than that, I just don't think that's the right way to go. And the premise of it, I'm not really sure about, but maybe they'll tweak it because I know it's Mattel. And it's not going to be.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's not going to be the Banana Splits movie.
Oh no.
But personally, I think start really repackaging him more. Show more of the episodes on. Maybe I don't know what happened with PBS. Maybe put it back there, see if it works. Maybe another big kids network that'll be seen on, or do a special. Do a special. I think they should start with a reunion special.
I think the reunion special was going to happen, but something happened.
Yeah, I think that's good because it's better than spending a whole big budget on a movie and then the movie not doing well, or picking up like 20-something episodes for a new season and that not going well, because so much of people's time and money just for it. Not saying it wouldn't go well, but you never know, especially nowadays. And I think he'd be better on a streaming service. The streaming services are doing a lot better with their reboots because network is so picky.
Yeah, if like maybe Barney would be on Peacock or Netflix or
exactly one of those things. Those work because those reboots go on for way longer than they should.
Especially like what's the longest series on Netflix right now or Peacock?
Well, I haven't been on Peacock, but reboot wise, I remember I watched Fuller House when it came out.
Yeah.
And that went on for about 5 seasons. I thought it would make at least 2.
I thought it was gonna last like 2 more seasons, like after it went on, after it canceled.
Yeah, but it's like on those series, like if you give something like only 10 episodes, you can't fail that much within half the amount of episodes.
Then after like 10 episodes, they can like they can fix up tweaks like in the new season.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the movie. Just, if you're going to go that big, go ahead, but, try to start smaller.
Mm-hmm. What about tours?
Tours. Again, start repackaging him more. So when kids do see he's on tour, it'll be exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they released a tour date right now, that would only be interesting to the parents.
Right.
Or people like us. It would basically be like Universal. Older people going and dragging the young kids.
Yeah.
So, but I think that'd be fine.
Yeah, I think it would be fine. And I understand that you actually saw the Musical Castle tour and you don't remember.
I did, but I was at the point where I was at the age point where I can't remember any of it.
Right.
Which is so, from what my parents tell me, we were not really close to the stage, but a decent amount that I could see him. And when he came out, I just bawled. Cried. Because I was a kid that didn't like costume characters. Now, I loved watching them on TV, but if I saw them in person, I was just, whoo!
Yeah.
But I think it was also me being overcome with emotion. Like, it's scary. He's right there, but whoa, he's right there. That's Barney.
You're right.
Looking back on it, sorry. And looking back on it now, I'm thinking like, whoa, that's Carrie. Or that's Antoine. So, and I think after that, they said I got more comfortable and I enjoyed the show. But the only memory of Musical Castle I have is having it on VHS.
Oh, yeah. Like, Musical Castle was like a great show.
It was, personally, out of all my favorite tours, out of all the tours they did, my favorite, first one, it wasn't a tour, but it was Be Live at Radio City.
Mm-hmm.
But my all-time favorite Barney tour would be Big Surprise. I think that one was really well written.
Mm-hmm.
That was the really early Joe Phillips sound, and I love that early sound.
You can still hear it at Universal.
Yes, that's why I really want to go. Well, hopefully it stays. I really need to go see it because I haven't seen it.
Yeah, me neither. I was planning to go this year, but nope.
Yeah. When I do go, I'm going to take this guy.
You'll definitely get a private meet and greet with him.
I'm gonna just ambush the stage.
And you actually have a Barney suit, right?
I do. I have my own Barney suit now.
How big is it?
Well, I'm about 5'11". 5'11", 5'12". And this is where the mouth is, right where my eyes exactly are right here. So, and then he goes a little bit up. So I'd say he's maybe about 6 feet tall.
Right.
At least. Not very big. Not very big. I took him out on the neighborhood the other day just to patrol him around. Yes, it was just an idea that my mother had. She's like, let's take him for a walk because we had the kids. And we said, okay. And actually some kids did know him that we passed on the street. Some didn't, but the parents knew. So you got kids saying, look, there's a lizard walking up the street. And then there's adults driving by like, Barney. And then they go.
Oh, here's a funny story I probably never told. Like last Halloween, I actually I put on my old Barney suit because I didn't have like this new one yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I was mostly like giving the kids the candy, and I was in the suit.
Oh man, that's awesome! I thought about that this year, but I don't know if there's gonna be a Halloween this year.
It depends. Like some cities, like they'll allow it. I'm not sure which ones will.
Yeah, I know some neighborhoods have made announcements about that. Ours hasn't. I think I maybe just have Barney chill out. What I did last year, actually. So every year I do. I have my puppets give out candy.
Oh.
So I set up a stage on my front porch, and usually I take some of my Muppet characters out, like Elmo and Kermit, but I throw in a few of my other monsters, and I have a playlist going. And last time I actually had the Barney's Halloween Party playlist playing.
Ah.
So I had a lot of those songs. I had a lot of Sesame Street songs. So I was like, oh, now it's gonna be exciting. I have Barney, but hopefully I might just have him stand out there and just dance all the songs.
Yeah, just dance like. Wait, when you were like walking down the street, were you doing the voice?
I did. I was kind of just talking to myself as I'm walking with my family because they've heard me do the voice. But then there's kids. The one key thing you have to know what mascot performer is, you're not supposed to talk. Right. But if you can do the voice decently, and if you're not hired by Disney, then you can pretty much do whatever you want. So I did. I said hi to the kids. I was like, wait, what voice am I going to do? I just did Bob.
Ah. Could you show us the Bob voice?
Hi, everybody!
Sound exactly like it.
That's years and years of training.
Because, like, my voice is, like, really, like, low in my range. I can mostly do Dean. Yeah.
I've been told, thanks to you, I've been contacted by many people saying, your Dean Went is awesome. I was like, I never thought of, I always did it to myself thinking, I do kind of sound like Dean Went. But I was like,
Sometimes, some mornings, like when I wake up, it's like, hi, how are you?
Dean's Barney is just like very like soothing.
Just calm and
that's like the voice you hear when like someone invites you into their house, like, oh, come on, sit down, have a cup of coffee.
And Scooter, how'd you get him?
So Scooter was actually because of one of my puppeteering friends. So I had met him through eBay, actually. I bought a puppet from him for Christmas many years ago, but I didn't know him yet. And once you get in the puppetry community, you meet everybody. So somehow we followed each other. He noticed I had the puppet. I said, I made that. I said, oh yeah, your name is sewn into him. So he helped me with a lot of rebuilds. He built my Elmo puppet for me, built me a hairy monster, and I had gotten Christmas/birthday money at this point. And I said, I want to just buy a puppet. Like, I don't know if I'm going to use it for anything, but I just want to buy it. What's one I've always wanted? And Scooter and also Misetta, they never had any merchandise out. I don't know why they never really did anything with those characters. I know they made an appearance in a book, one of the illustrated books.
What book? I'm trying to remember that.
It was a Valentine's Day book.
Right, Valentine's.
But that was all they had. So I hit him up saying, hey, I have a project I just want you to do for me. This is just something I've always wanted. And I said, can you build me a scooter? And I sent him the picture. He said, sure. And of course, he's building it from scratch, just looking at a picture. And as you can tell, there's some things that are obviously not the same as the real one. But other than that, it's pretty spot on.
Yeah, it actually looks really good.
And so that's how I got him. I'll take him. Funnily enough, when I did get him, the same day the package came to my door, it was the same day that Todd Duffy episode aired on Purple. And I posted that picture, and Carrie actually reposted it on the story. I think he reposted it.
Yep, that's me, Scooter McNutty.
Hey, Scoot, how are you doing?
How you doing? It's weird having him on the screen, so I'll just go like this. Okay, hi, Bultum, how are you?
I'm good. We haven't seen you in how many, 20 years?
I know, right? The residuals aren't as good as they used to be.
What have you been doing for 20 years?
Gathering nuts and telling jokes about nuts and ignoring Masetta and driving her nuts.
So you're still in the treehouse?
Yeah, we believe it or not, we had to pay rent for that treehouse. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Once Barney and the guys left, they stuck us with the bill. I was like, "Are you serious? I thought this was a class project."
Oh yeah, that's right. It was a class project.
Yeah, see, we know stuff, but no. But yeah, me and Masetta are still living there, and Booker T is still running the library.
Well, that's good.
But put us in the reboot.
Yeah, Mattel, if you're watching this podcast, bring Scooter and Masetta back.
Yeah, and if you can't get Todd Duffy to do it, ask him.
That's amazing.
So there he is. Yep. I'll put him down there.
Are you planning to get a Masetta puppet?
I've thought about it. The voice isn't that good. Bryce Armstrong, rest in peace, was a genius at that. It wasn't until after he died I actually looked into all his voiceover stuff, and I said, "Wow, he's amazing." And also, what really astounded me about them was, especially me being a puppeteer, they came in not knowing anything about puppets at all.
Right, that's true.
And just how, watching it now, I can see it. That looks wrong. It's the arm round's a little too up high, but they really cleaned it up. By the sixth season, their puppetry was really on point.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's kind of sad. They weren't in the park.
It was, but I think, I don't know. Probably the reason was, I guess they just didn't feel a need for them, or it was a new generation, time to get rid of the old stuff. But
right,
they weren't even mentioned ever again. Just that happened. They were
or anything.
Yeah, they were I call them now the Statler and Waldorf of the Barney world. Because every time Barney friends would do something, they cut to them. It's just like that.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Abbott and Costello did.
It's for them to take a break for production, so that way, whenever probably David needs a break out of the suit, they can probably just use the puppeteers.
Exactly. And I'd love to see more bloopers of Scooter and Masetta scenes, because I feel like there was a lot more than what we saw.
Yeah, especially Rhyme Time Rhythm.
Yeah, they were really going crazy on that.
Especially Barney's bloopers. They are hilarious.
Oh man. Oh yeah. I would love to see how it was in the earlier days, the bloopers from those days.
Oh yeah. And there's a blooper that Carrie did say that when he was in the park, he actually slid around the park.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it was the roller skates or.
I want to see if you do interview Carrie. I want to see.
Carrie has been contacted.
Okay, great. I feel he should have been the first one. I feel that I want to see the rest of the scene after Barney jumps in the pool.
Oh yeah, Fred Holmes, he did say something when Barney was in the pool, he said, "And that's lunch."
Or when who was it? The choreographer, the voices are talking over, is in comes the midwife, and it's a boy, and just
that was hilarious. And sometimes Patty did say like there's like stories like for the popcorn song, like she added like some funny stuff like hamsters. It's really neat, fun to make and fun to eat.
Yes. God bless Purple. God bless Carrie for starting those podcasts and all these amazing stories that we've always thought about.
And surprisingly, there's like stories that we never knew about.
Oh yeah, some stuff still shocks. You think especially Barney nerds like us, you think we know so much.
You think, but we don't.
It's like we know the actual stuff that we saw, but we don't know we didn't work on the show.
Yeah, we don't know anything behind the scenes. No, nothing.
No, we're not that smart. We'll pretend like we do.
Especially behind the scenes, like amazing work like they do at Universal Studios.
Oh yeah. Beautiful.
Especially
we gotta go. We gotta go, Bultum. We gotta go.
We have to go. How do you feel that the attraction has lasted for 25 years?
I think that it's amazing to me, and I think it truly shows people that Barney is still relevant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether the kids that are still going there, you know, maybe their parents showed it to them, or maybe they're just like, let's go to this one. And maybe kids that go there don't even know Barney and they leave the show loving it.
Right.
But I think it's amazing that it's lasted this long. Like, even as watching all the clips that people post every other day on YouTube of them at the day in the park and noticing the audience number getting like smaller and smaller and smaller. Like the first time I saw an old school clip, I think it was from like 98 performance. And I was like, whoa, this place is full of people.
Because like I think like Universal doesn't advertise it that much anymore.
Yeah, it's just like if you know it's there, then you go there.
And the love like Barney gives like at Universal, especially like to special needs people.
Oh man, yeah, exactly. I've seen a lot of those Make-A-Wish for Universal. Those are just awesome. I hope to do that. I have talk right now about taking my Barney to a hospital.
Well, that's great.
So hoping to. I've done that a few other times with my actual puppets, but it's definitely, I get what Carrie and all those guys always say. Like, it truly does hit you in a certain place, and you feel like you're really doing something special.
Yeah, especially like right now. Like we need Barney right now.
Oh, definitely. I think that's one of the main reasons people are excited to hear about a reboot.
Especially like 5 years ago, like they announced the reboot, but nothing happened.
Exactly, and they announced this movie like it was October of last year. They announced it, and then they announced it again. It's like, okay, is this gonna happen, or are you just gonna keep saying it?
I did contact Nine Story. They said like it's in active development.
Yeah, take their word for it.
I think like Nine Story's trying not to ruin it. Like keep like just keep the Barney magic alive. Try not to like make it awful.
Well, I hope they do, and I think the one key thing, and I think everyone else has said this, if they can, and I think they should, get all the same people.
Right. That's
the writers, the directors, especially the voices, obviously, but all the crew that made it work. If you get a completely different crew, then it's, you know, you don't want people to leave the theater saying, well, it looked like Barney.
Right.
But it didn't feel like it.
Right.
And I think through things like Purple Tales and Purple Roads, we've seen that these people are willing to do it again.
Without hesitation.
Exactly. So I think they're all ready to go, and you know, you have that. You know, no need to have all these long auditions of like, oh, which big Hollywood directors should we ask? What big producers? None. Ask people in Texas.
It's amazing that like the show was produced in Texas.
Yeah, of all places. I tell people that today, and they're shocked by that. Like, really, Texas?
When I was a kid, I thought he was like in Chicago or something.
I didn't even really care where he was. I just thought he was in the park. I don't know where this is.
Now, before we end this, is there like one thing you want to say about Barney in one word?
Oh man, I think just love.
Hmm.
Love sums it up. That's what he taught me. That's what I live by, and that's all he was to me. Just love, best friend. Sums him up pretty well.
Now to end this this podcast, could you sing "I Love You" as Barney?
Oh God. Okay. Which voice? Okay. All right. Okay. I love you, you love me. We're best friends like friends should be, with a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Mwah. Won't you say you love me too? Oh boy, thank you, Bultum.
It was great having you, Brandon.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me. This was great.
Well, thank you everyone for coming to tee-riffic Talks. We'll see you next week.
And got a scoop.
And I said it better than myself.